right, so here are your course recommendations for this term. Now, we may edit this as time goes on, but your advisors will let you know if that's the case. However, the chart and the way the chart is read will be the same. So let's learn how to read your course recommendations chart. Let's first look at the bright red in the top right corner. So let's start with that. We always have a section or two that's reserved for a certain group of students. Usually it's going to be section 41 or 44, and that will be department consent only. If you are not a part of that special group, and you'll know if you're in it, if you're not sure you're not in it, don't worry about it. So with that being said, avoid these sections because GET will not let you enroll. It will say department consent required, and you won't be able to enroll. So you're not getting department consent basically. With that being said, these sections will open to the general public later on, but don't count on getting into these classes for now. Get into other sections instead. And now let's go on to the next red wording on the middle bottom of the slide. Remember, don't count on the wait list. It's good to add yourself to a wait list so the chairs and the faculty can see which sections are hot, like, most wanted sections, and that way they can potentially open more. But you also want to get yourself officially enrolled as well. You don't just want a wait list because that doesn't guarantee you a position in the class anyway. So my advice is to officially enroll in some courses, even if it's not your first choice, but waitlist your backups. You can always swap the classes out if you get into one of the waitlisted ones. So yes, swapping courses is actually a feature on GET, and you can do that. So do a combo, have your 5 classes, but also maybe some waitlist ones with times that you prefer. Now, before we actually begin, I know it's a lot, all the classes you see here, you do have to take at Cal State LA or a 4-year university. So with that being said, if you actually transferred here from a 4-year university, go ahead and make an appointment with an advisor, but make sure you write it in the notes that you came from a 4-year university so that the advisor is aware, and we can take a look at, what you still need. Okay, but for the rest of you, this is all upper division courses. It must be taken at Cal State LA or at a 4-year university. Community college courses are lower division courses, so they can't be counted as the same type of class. With that being said, rest assured that you will not be taking a class you already took before from community college, even if the class title sounds the same. For example, business communications here is a 4-year business communications course. Doesn't mean you're taking it for 4 years, but it has to be taken at a 4-year. Okay, it doesn't count. Your business comm from, for example, PCC will not count for the business comm here. So just keep that in mind. Okay, now let's move on to the main thing. Let's start with our business administration students. This is separated by department. So hopefully you remember which department you're in, right? We have our degree, you have your department that your option is under. Okay, so look for your department. If you can't remember, if you're not sure, that's okay, just ask an advisor. Now, find your department, then take a look at the classes in the box. You'll see 5 courses that we recommend. And remember, we do recommend 5 classes to graduate within 2 years or 30 units per year. If you can't do 5, then just select the top 4 courses that your department's under. So let's take a look at an example. Let's look at the Department of Marketing. So for all students under the Department of Marketing, that means international business option, marketing option, etc. We recommend Marketing 3100, Econ 3060, Management 3070, and Business 3050. The 5th class is either your upper division GE, which remember, we'll have a list provided for you in the next slide, so don't worry, you got that, or a business core of your choice. Now, business core, that word is in green, so you direct your eyes to the green box. Green goes with green. Remember, all students in the same degree take the same core. We talked about this in your advising and registration presentation portion. So all business administration students need all the classes you see in that green box. There's no real right or wrong order aside from taking the courses from your department first. So for example, We do recommend finance and real estate students to take finance 3030 because that's under the Department of Finance. Or business econ students take econ 3060 as their first course, recommended. Okay. You will all need to take all of these courses you see in the green box eventually. So just keep that in mind. There's not too much right and wrong. You'll have to take everything eventually. All right. Now, select a business core or upper division G as your fifth class, or feel free to swap out one of your recommended courses with another core class or the upper GE if it fits your schedule better. So still looking at the SBA marketing box, let's just say you have marketing 3100, but econ 3060 is not fitting with your schedule. That's okay. Just swap it out with something from the green box and it'll still be fine. Okay. All right. Now, the only other recommendations I have will be for students under the Department of Management. So look at the Department of Management if that might be you. So healthcare, HR, etc. This is you. You'll see that I have recommendations for operations management students specifically. So in the brown, I recommend management 3060 first for operations management students over any of the other courses. So if you're operations management, please take management 3060 this term if you can. Human resource students and even general management students, we recommend management 3070 first, which is why it's the first class you see in that box. Okay. And lastly, the Department of Finance. Let's take a look. That's the bottom left box. You'll see a note in bright red, which is for specifically the real estate and pre-legal option students. So finance students, you guys got to ignore that. Okay. You will have the choice to select one of your option courses instead of a core. If you want, it's up to you. You don't have to. It's there as an option. So take a look at the red boxes. Right? Red wording goes to red box. If you're real estate, take a look at the real estate elective box. If you're pre-legal, you take a look at the pre-legal box. Don't swap. Don't mix them up. Okay. Now, if you want to swap out something with any of your other courses, aside from the Finance 3030 recommendations, feel free. It's there for you. If it fits your schedule, then it's all good. Okay. So yeah, just to sum it up, feel free to swap out. It's pretty much the name of the game with this chart. Nothing is set in stone. Swap out stuff with the green box or the red box, depending what option you are. And it's totally fine. The courses in your boxes are just recommendations. The very first course is our high recommendation, but the rest really, it's all up to you. Build your schedule however you see fit. I know you guys can be busy. So business admin, that's a pretty hefty one. That's all for you. Now we're going to move on to BA Econ and Computer Information Systems with Sue.
Thank you, Monica. Okay, so this part is only for our BA and economics majors. Everyone else can just relax for now. But if you are pursuing the Bachelor of Arts in Economics, you need to pay special attention to your BA Econ box. Okay, so please look at the box, and this is how you read the course recommendations. We want you to be taking Econ 3090. That's a key course for our BA Econ students. We also want you to be taking Business 3050. And also a GE upper division in block D. Make sure it has both the CL and RE attributes. And if you look at the purple, these are other choices. You can take Econ 4030 and or Econ 3030. So if you decide to do both, everything fits in your schedule, that's fine. That's your 5 classes, or you can choose one of these. So for now, just take Econ 4010 or Econ 4620 for a total of 5 courses. So, so there's 3 we highly recommend. And then once it comes to the purple, we kind of give you some decisions to make. You can take one from here and another one from here. So remember the Econ 4010 or the Econ 4620, just do one of those for now. So hopefully that's pretty clear. So next up, we have CIS majors. So if you are pursuing a Bachelor of Science in Computer Information Systems, you want to pay attention. These are your course recommendations. So of course, we will recommend CIS 3010 and Econ 3060, along with Business 3050. So once we come here, we're giving you some choices. So you can pick 2 CIS core classes. So you can pick 2 from here. We do highly recommend CIS 4840. That's a recommended one. So if you can take these 3 and that one here, that's already 4 classes. And then you can pick 1 more. So you can pick another core or one from your elective, or even a upper division GE course in the block D. Make sure it has the CL and RE. And we're going to be talking about how to select from the GE upper division courses on the next slide. So take it away, CJ.
Thank you, Sue. So for upper division GE recommendations, as we mentioned previously, we want you to take one course that covers GE Block D, or for social sciences, as well as race and ethnicity and civic learning. Race and ethnicity and civic learning are both university requirements. They would need to be taken. The following courses here would cover all 3. There are more options if you look at the upper division GE social sciences course list, but these courses are available and they cover all 3. If you take another one, there's a chance that it may not cover all 3. If that happens, you would need to take an additional course to make sure that you fulfill all 3 requirements. AAS, that stands for Asian American Studies. ANTH stands for Anthropology. CLS stands for Chicana, Latino, Latina Studies. LAS, Latin American Studies, and PAS, Pan-African Studies. Now that you have your course recommendations, it's time for you to register for classes. We will now have advisors on standby to assist you with enrolling classes using Schedule Planner.